your address.
Call my man!
Get out of here! You're in deep
You are still active on my app, so I'm getting out for what?
sir,
I didn't already see
Why you sending the email for Tonka?
punched me.
on my car. You gotta step on my car.
In a concerning incident, a passenger fell victim to a scam call. Unaware of the fraudulent nature of the conversation, the vigilant driver recognized the scam and attempted to intervene, urging the passenger to hang up. Unfortunately, before the driver could prevent it, the passenger had already transferred $3,000 through a Bitcoin machine in response to the scammer's demands.
They're asking you not to hang up it's a scam. Why wouldn't you be able to hang up the phone? I already into a machine? Bitcoin machine. And you're paying through Bitcoin, my dude? IRS doesn't take Bitcoin.
Frustrated by the situation, the driver emphasized the irreversible nature of Bitcoin transactions, advising the passenger to be cautious and learn from this unfortunate experience.
How did you give the money? You gave them in cash? I gave it in cash. You're never getting it back. I'm telling you right now. You see where these guys are? These guys are in India right now.
The scammer, posing as an IRS officer from India, successfully exploited the passenger's trust, highlighting the need for increased awareness about such scams. In a twist of events, an Uber ride took an unexpected turn. The fare skyrocketed to 2.6 times the norm, only to be canceled midway. Picture this: the driver, already at the pickup spot, faced a hefty fare. Now, here's the kicker. The passenger, trying to flip the script, wanted to switch destinations at the regular rate.
Wait, you canceled the trip? You canceled the Uber ride.
I'm paying you cash.
The driver, catching onto the sketchiness, got a gut feeling. As tensions bubbled, the passenger, not thrilled with the driver's decision, threw in a racial slur. Uncomfortable with the whole vibe, the driver opted for a fresh start with a new passenger.
You're gonna see yourself on YouTube.
You.
You're gonna see yourself on YouTube.
I always you.
You see how disrespectful you are?
No,
I'm taking you to the
I'm
police.
saying.
Are you my Uber?
Yes, ma'am, but this lady won't get out of my car.
I'm sorry. This is my Uber.
Yeah, you have to get out, please.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. It's not your Uber.
Yes, it is.
The woman, well, she had to step out, realizing the Uber ride wasn't going her way anymore. During a routine Uber trip with two passengers, the journey took an unexpected turn. As the ride progressed, the driver overheard a conversation in which the lady in the front seat displayed disrespect towards her father. Following the conclusion of the conversation, an entirely unanticipated incident occurred. The driver, concerned about the passenger's improper foot placement, issued a warning. However, the response from the lady was anything but expected. She asserted her superiority, leaving the driver stunned.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, like, I have, like, other issues to take care of as well. Like, I have other responsibilities.
Don't put your feet up there. This is a $60,000 car. I don't need that.
Yeah, congratulations. I've been in more expensive.
Oh, really? Well, here, let me just let you out, right?
Faced with this disrespectful behavior, the driver insisted that the passenger exit the vehicle and even threatened to involve the police.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Let me tell you.
Get out. Get out of here. You're in deep. I'll call the cops right now.
Eventually, the lady and her partner complied, but the arguments persisted as they left the scene. In a bizarre and unusual incident in Midland, Texas, an Uber driver named Maria Chavez experienced an unexpected attack from an intoxicated passenger. The situation escalated when the female passenger insisted on picking up another individual from a bar, leading to a heated argument.
I think you need to go back and get them. I need you to exit my vehicle, please. Why? Because I'm. Well, then you need. Okay, for no reason. For no reason, I told.
Frustrated by Chavez's refusal, the passenger expressed her displeasure in a rather peculiar way by hurling a taco at the driver before exiting the car. In what should have been an ordinary ride, a rider's frustration escalated into a heated exchange with the Uber driver. Despite the driver's calm communication and request for respectful behavior, the situation reached a point where the driver decided to end the journey and asked the passenger to exit the vehicle.
Hold that, you're not taking me to.
That's not my fault.
Yo, I will stop out. I will stop out. Throw this over the car.
Do you
so
want me
call
to
my
take you
man.
to your address?
Call my man.
Destination send you until you start talking.
The passenger, however, responded with extreme anger, issuing threats and hurling insults at the driver.
You don't know me.
Everybody.
You do not
You
know
don't
me.
know me and you talking crazy to me.
All right, so don't talk to me.
Oh,
Don't
wow.
disrespect
You
me.
threatening me. I don't know you.
Okay.
Don't about you. F out of here.
Yeah, whatever.
Go back to your country.
Thank
The source of her frustration was a simple issue, her iPhone running out of battery and the unavailability of a charger in the vehicle.
you. Have a phone. You
My
can go
phone is
anywhere
dead.
and
You
call
wouldn't want to
stuff.
charge it for me.
How am I gonna charge your phone if I don't have a charger? How?
Okay.
How? See the stupid. This is why you don't take who right.
The driver, maintaining composure, handled the situation without involving the police, and after approximately 8 minutes of intense altercation, the passenger decided to exit the vehicle. In the streets of Newcastle, a driver was going about his duties with 2 passengers in his car. Everything seemed normal until it was time for the backseat passenger to exit the car. After completing the payment, the driver awaited the passenger's departure. However, things took a sudden and alarming turn when the backseat passenger brandished a weapon. Interestingly, the front seat passenger appeared to sense that something was amiss and subtly indicated to the driver to stay calm.
You look, you knew him because I would have smashed you. Aye. 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 Going to take your call.
In a surprising twist, the driver managed to maintain composure, and instead of escalating into a robbery, the suspect opted to stow the weapon back in his bag before peacefully exiting the car. In Mexico, a seasoned Uber driver was going about his routine, picking up 2 seemingly ordinary male passengers. Little did he know that this day would take a grim turn. The passengers, appearing to be in their 20s, took advantage of their numerical strength to overpower the elderly driver. They bluntly informed him of their intent to rob him, but the shocking reality went beyond a simple robbery. Swiftly, they forced the old driver out of the driver's seat, with one of them taking control of the vehicle. The gravity of the situation must have dawned on the driver as it transformed into a full-fledged car heist. Despite being old enough to be the grandfather of these young perpetrators, the driver sat quietly in the back of the car. As the events unfolded, the culprits attempted to conceal their identities by placing blue tape on the dash cam. However, their faces had already been captured and identified, making it a futile attempt. The recorded evidence allowed the authorities to launch an investigation, leading to the successful arrest of the criminals after a few days. On October 23, 2020, an Uber driver experienced a challenging situation with 2 riders who made him wait while engaged in a heated argument before finally entering the car.
You both have masks? Yo, you ugly mutt! You're a mutt! Alright, I'm not gonna let this behavior go in my vehicle, guys. You either need to stop or you're gonna have to get out.
The dispute persisted, and despite the driver's attempts to initiate conversation and mediate, it was apparent that the riders were deeply engrossed in their disagreements. The driver, concerned for their safety and the smooth progression of the ride, tried to intervene and caution both riders.
I'm gonna have to ask you guys to get out of my car. No. No, you guys are getting out. Nah, buddy. No, you're out. You're not wearing masks and you're being. No, you're not. That is not a mask. Are you serious? That's great. You're a piece of shit. Have a great day.
Regrettably, the determination of the riders to continue their argument prevailed, and it became clear that they had no intention of heeding the driver's advice. In the end, the riders exhibited no remorse and left the car, leaving the driver to navigate through this challenging encounter. In a seemingly ordinary scenario, a driver hands his phone to a passenger, creating the illusion of a simple interaction. However, beneath the surface, this is a robbery in progress. The passenger in the back seat discreetly signals the driver to surrender his phone. Despite the potentially alarming situation, the driver maintains a calm demeanor, giving the appearance that nothing unusual is happening. The passenger in the back seat has effectively hypnotized the driver, manipulating him to comply with their sinister requests. The entire exchange, which involves the driver willingly participating in what appears to be an everyday conversation, conceals the criminal nature of the act. In a peculiar turn of events, a Lyft driver encountered an unusual situation when a passenger decided to call the police. The passenger's request for the driver to play music in the car was met with refusal, prompting the passenger to take the drastic step of involving law enforcement. The decision to involve the police over a seemingly trivial matter, such as the choice of music, created a sense of confusion.
Live and howl until the cops get here. Because you decided to record me?
You don't have a
Or
knife.
because I asked for music? Okay.
He
Know
does
that.
not have a knife.
Know that. I'm gonna call. Was stopped by an Uber driver and illegally charged because I only asked for music, which is part of my contract with Lyft. And the driver pulled over for some reason.
In response to the passenger's call to the police, the driver also reached out to law enforcement, seeking assistance in resolving this seemingly minor issue. An Uber driver patiently waits as a woman confirms her identity and hops into the car. Smooth sailing, right? Well, not quite. Turns out she was trying to pull a fast one by not admitting she canceled the ride. The conflict reached its peak when she finally spilled the beans. The driver's frustration bubbled up as he confronted her.
You just canceled your ride?
No.
It says you just canceled.
Yeah, dude, I wasn't doing anything wrong.
You canceled in the middle of a ride. You knew what you were doing.
No, I wasn't. It's just like I knew that.
Fucking serious? Are you really trying to fucking hit me right now?
Yeah, you.
Do you see this? Or are you fucking kidding me?
Things took a dramatic twist when the passenger, taking it to the extreme, even threatened the driver physically. One night, a driver awaited two passengers in the quiet darkness. The atmosphere was solitary, with only the driver present. Suddenly, two young men strolled towards the car, appearing to be the expected passengers. They casually entered the vehicle, showing no sign of anything amiss. However, as soon as they settled in, the conversation took an unexpected turn. The driver was caught off guard and never saw it coming. The passenger in the front seat initiated a chilling conversation, revealing their true intentions. They were there to rob him. Faced with this grim reality, the driver tried to stay calm, aiming to avoid any dire consequences. The front seat passenger ordered the driver to surrender his valuables, while the accomplice in the back seat threatened cooperation to prevent any issues. Urged by a punch to his face, the driver complied swiftly. The robbers seized everything they could and swiftly fled, leaving the stranded driver behind. In the midst of a heated argument, it was clear from the get-go that the driver was harboring a bad attitude. His discomfort surfaced when the passenger tried to communicate during the pickup, hinting at a possible previous negative encounter.
So was that not, I'm genuinely curious, was that not like an allowed place to let people off, or how's that work?
No street is allowed to let people out of the car.
Really?
Tensions escalated as the passenger, seeking to avoid heavy traffic, proposed a brief stop before reaching the destination. The driver's response, laced with anger and profanity, only fueled the fire. As a safety precaution, the passenger started filming the confrontation. The exchange remained intense until the passenger was finally escorted to the destination.
Out in the middle of the road.
Which is why I'm asking you if you would pull in to a safe destination.
What'd you say? Yes, I would pull in.
So you will not pull in to a...
The frustrated driver bid farewell in an exasperated tone, and the passenger, relieved to end the troublesome journey, stepped out and concluded this exasperating ride. On March 2nd, 2019, a Lyft driver pulled over to pick up 5 riders, with 2 even squeezing into a single seat. Patiently waiting for them to settle in, he cast a glance at the back seat, noticing the 2 individuals sharing. Expressing his disapproval, the driver's next move caught the passengers by surprise. To their amazement, it appeared he canceled the ride.
It's not gonna happen.
Canceling it?
Yeah, I can't do it, guys. Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, sorry, guys.
One of the riders, coincidentally also an Uber driver, spoke up, emphasizing she would have approached the situation differently.
What's your reasoning? I'm an Uber driver too. I would have done it.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
Eventually, the riders exited the car left to ponder the unexpected twist in their journey. Picture this. An Uber driver cruising with a passenger halfway to the destination. Out of the blue, the man cancels the ride, acting as if he's oblivious to the situation. Not willing to be taken for a free ride, the driver, savvy to the cancellation, decides to drop the passenger off.
Did you just cancel the trip?
No, man.
Oh.
Don't have to wait for those weekend plans to
I don't know what.
For great barbecue. Bob's barbecue is
It's
smokeless.
like the whole guys, the trip is canceled. You're gonna have to get another Uber. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, this is picking up Precious.
Without hesitation, the man exits the car, and just like that, the driver seamlessly moves on to the next order, ready for the next adventure. A woman, convinced she knew the route better than the GPS, took charge and started directing the driver. However, things took an unexpected turn. Frustrated with her attitude, the driver abruptly told her to get out of the car, catching the lady off guard.
You're going in the wrong direction.
And you can get out right here.
No, please, sir.
Nope,
It's freezing.
I'm done with your attitude.
No, please, sir.
Nope, I'm ending the ride.
Stunned, she insisted on waiting for another Uber, hoping the driver would have a change of heart. As tensions rose, the driver even mentioned calling the cops.
Until I get into my new Uber, I'm not getting out of here.
Then I'll call the cops.
No, I'm not gonna. I'll get out of here. You know what? I'm not feeling well and I'm sick, and the fact that you don't know where the hell you're going, it's frustrating.
Eventually, the lady chose to leave, realizing this ride was anything but ordinary. In Austin, Texas, an Uber driver picked up a passenger by the riverside. As the passenger settled into the car, he casually lit up a cigarette. The driver, curious about the destination, learned that a twist awaited them.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm going to that end destination.
Alright, that's cool. Where do you want to go first?
The passenger's friend had initially booked the trip to one destination, but then canceled it while they were en route to two different places. Facing this unexpected situation, the driver firmly refused to provide a free ride, emphasizing that he doesn't work for free.
Hey, somebody canceled the ride, man.
What? So what that mean?
That means I can't give you a ride.
What the fuck? Well, I gotta go. Wrong either destination.
Well, somebody canceled it, so I'm not getting paid at all. You know what I mean?
I'm in the
You want to call him?
Despite this, he expressed a willingness to assist the passenger by taking him to his final destination, allowing him to sort out the complexities on his own. A frustrated passenger hopped into an Uber car to find two acquaintances already seated. Whatever had initially ticked her off reached a tipping point, and she unleashed her anger on the Uber driver, complaining about a lengthy wait.
Suck.
Hey.
You suck.
Oh, y'all get out right now.
No.
Get out.
That's rude.
Stop.
Get out. You left
She's
me
joking
out there.
with you.
She's joking.
However, the driver wasn't about to tolerate the behavior. In a surprising move, he decided to kick all the passengers out of the vehicle, leaving everyone shocked.
Get out. Order another Uber. I'm dead serious. Get out.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. No, seriously. I already canceled the trip.
The passenger tried to clarify that her earlier statement was just a joke, but the driver remained resolute, insisting they all exit the vehicle and request another ride. In a Lyft ride, a passenger attempted a rather selfish move by trying to manipulate the system. Eager to fit 5 people into a 4-passenger vehicle, she aimed for extra profit by bending the rules.
I can only pick up 4.
Oh, then we can't.
That's a puddle.
Guys, we can only get 4, so we can't ride.
When her plan didn't work and the driver disagreed, she decided to be the 5th person against the driver's wishes. In response, the driver firmly told her to get out.
I'm gonna pay $5 for something that I didn't have control of.
I'm gonna need you to step out of the vehicle, please.
I'm gonna call cops right now. Thank you.
Okay.
In a desperate move, she threatened to call the police, but her attempt to shift the situation didn't hold weight, as she was the one trying to take advantage of the system. On March 19, 2022, a tense conversation played out between an Uber driver and a rider revolving around the welfare of the rider's child. Just as the rider was about to enter the car, the driver made a surprising move and canceled the ride. With clear intent, the driver explained the legality surrounding traveling with a child without a proper baby carrier. Safety concerns, especially in the event of an accident, were emphasized.
You don't got a car seat, do you? A car seat? A car seat? I can't, I'm sorry. It's illegal. What if we get in an accident? What if someone rear ends us? I have? Okay, all right, cool, yep.
Faced with the reality of the situation, the rider had no choice but to leave. In the heart of downtown Toronto, a passenger found themselves in an Uber ride that took an uncomfortable turn. The Uber driver began making inappropriate sexual comments to a taxi driver. The Uber driver seemed to lose control and went on a road rage.
Bring your daughter. I can her very good.
Bring your too. Bring your. I can her very good. Bring your too.
The escalating situation created discomfort for the passengers as the driver's rude behavior veered into inappropriate territory. Amid the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, a rider entered a Chinese Uber car claiming a hospital destination. The driver, initially agreeing without suspicion, grew concerned as the rider began to cough and shiver. Asking about the rider's place of origin and acknowledging the cough, the driver then inquired if the passenger had been to Wuhan.
你有咳嗽，你从那儿过来，干嘛？你去过武汉？
Reacting promptly to potential risk, the driver instructed the passenger to exit the car and swiftly drove away. Concerned about the situation, the driver later contacted the police to report the incident. On a routine Uber pickup, a driver encountered an intoxicated man mistakenly entering the car. Politely, the driver informed him that he wasn't the intended ride. However, the situation took an amusing turn when, instead of leaving, the intoxicated individual seemed determined to stay.
Do you not know that this is us? Get in the goddamn car.
What's his name?
Roberto.
That's you guys, I guess.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Recognizing the challenges of dealing with such passengers, the driver stayed calm and collected. Despite the persistent but harmless behavior, the driver found humor in the absurdity of the situation.
Come on. Really?
Yes, you are. I have like 3 people about to come in, man. Sorry.
Come on, I told you this is not an Uber.
Take care, man.
Thank you.
See you later.
His light-hearted approach kept the atmosphere pleasant, and eventually, the intoxicated passenger decided to move on. On June 16, 2019, an Uber driver had an unexpected encounter with an unidentified passenger. The ride initially proceeded smoothly, but things took an abrupt turn when the passenger insisted on violating traffic rules. The disagreement escalated, with the passenger advocating running a yellow light to avoid stopping at the red light.
What's your name? Hello?
We're going because I have to get home, so please don't go late now.
Get somebody else, not me.
Why? Because you can't.
I can't go through. Right, I can't go through red
I
light.
asked you to please hurry.
The heated exchange reached a point where the driver asked the passenger to leave the car. After several unsuccessful attempts to persuade the driver, the passenger chose to exit immediately rather than at the driver's house.
So you have 2 choices. Would you like to get out here, or would you like to get out at my house? One or the other.
Well, you're not going to kidnap me, so...
So I'd like you to get out here.
This marked the end of a ride that became unexpectedly contentious. While driving through the dimly lit streets, an Uber driver found himself in a tense situation. The night seemed ordinary as he had picked up a well-dressed passenger earlier, expecting a routine ride. Little did he know that an unsettling turn of events awaited him. As they approached the passenger's designated location, the atmosphere changed abruptly. The passenger, seemingly reaching his destination, demanded an unexpected stop. Obliging, the driver brought the car to a halt. Suddenly, the tranquility of the night shattered as the driver felt the chilling presence of a weapon pointed at him from behind. Fear gripped the driver as the armed passenger issued a command to surrender all valuables.
Pegou o celular, ó. Pegou o celular, agora pede o dinheiro, ó.
Calma.
Bora, senão eu vou levar o carro, hein? Ó, o momento que ele fala da f***ção.
Faced with an imminent threat, the driver nervously handed over his phone and other belongings, watching as the assailant swiftly exited the vehicle, leaving the driver in shock and disbelief. In the serene streets of Lehigh Valley, an ordinary Lyft ride transformed into an unsettling experience when a woman entered the car, spewing forth a stream of racist remarks. To her surprise, the Lyft driver, a white individual fluent in English, found himself unexpectedly confronted with racial prejudice. Refusing to let such hatred poison his ride, the driver swiftly requested the woman to exit the car, determined to maintain a space free from bigotry.
Oh, guys, like you speak English? Sorry.
car.
No, you can get out of the car.
How?
Because you guys are racist.
However, the situation took a more ominous turn as a man accompanying the woman attempted to intimidate the Lyft driver into leaving.
No, I'm calling the cops on you, man. Go ahead. It's all on.
Undeterred, the driver stood firm, calmly bluffing and emphasizing that every moment was being meticulously recorded by the car's dashcam, reinforcing his commitment to a ride free from discrimination. Under cover of the night, a seemingly routine Uber ride turned chaotic as 4 passengers carelessly boarded the vehicle, showing little regard for decorum. The driver, sensing the atmosphere growing tense, sternly reminded them to maintain calm. However, the passengers, instead of heeding the advice, escalated their antics, turning the Uber into an impromptu party on wheels. Their behavior crossed boundaries as they flouted rules, even going so far as to create a potentially hazardous situation by lighting a fire in the car.
Is that cool?
Chris, get in the car. I'm not on this type of zero.
Oh, I know. I don't want to ruin a good time. Come on, man. This is my car. Guys, I'm having fun. It's all cool. Even if you are smoking, I don't care. I know. I just don't like the lighter.
Despite the mounting pressure, the driver maintained composure, navigating the vehicle to their destination with patience and diligence.
All right, man. Take care, guys. Hey, it's all cool. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Thanks, man. Hey, you too, dude. Oh, it's all good. Oh, it's all cool.
As the journey concluded, the driver, though relieved, couldn't shake off the feeling that this had been one of the most challenging experiences in their Uber driving escapades. In a tragic incident in Florida, an Uber driver, Robert Westlake, shot and killed another man, Jason Boak, in what authorities later labeled as a classic stand-your-ground case. The altercation began with allegations of harassment, as Boak, seemingly aggrieved by Westlake's interaction with a woman believed to be associated with him, started following the Uber driver. The situation escalated when Boak texted the woman, threatening to go after her Uber driver. Subsequently, Boak's Ford pickup truck pulled in front of Westlake, leading to a standoff. Boak, brandishing an object that appeared to be a weapon, approached Westlake, who, in response, opened fire. Tragically, one shot struck Boak in the chest. It was later revealed that the object in Boak's hand was just a phone. Despite Westlake's claim of self-defense under the Stand Your Ground law, authorities from the Polk County Sheriff's Office contested his justification, questioning the necessity of the use of lethal force in the situation. In Brooklyn, New York, an Uber driver found himself in a challenging situation when 2 passengers shamelessly canceled their ride after boarding and demanded to be taken to their destination without payment.
My phone says you canceled the ride.
It's probably bugging or something.
I can't take you guys. You guys just cancel the ride.
Just keep going.
Unwilling to tolerate such behavior, the driver, feeling uncomfortable, firmly requested them to exit the vehicle, pointing out their attempt to cheat for a free ride.
You canceled the ride. I didn't even drive 1 block.
That's niggas about my body, bro. Like, you don't know about it, bro.
You're just trying to scam me to get a free ride. I know what you're up before I call the cops. So you don't have to waste my time like that, bro.
As the situation escalated, the driver, growing angry, warned them of involving the police, leading the 2 passengers to eventually leave the car with a few exchanged words, marking the tense conclusion of the incident. During a routine Uber journey, the atmosphere shifted unexpectedly as the driver maintained her focus while the passenger beside her engaged in conversation, pointing out something of interest.
Pineapple Jack. It's not Pineapple Express, it's Pineapple Jack.
Suddenly, an item from the container in front of them took flight and collided with the car, causing significant damage. The Uber vehicle's glass shattered, and the roof frame was compromised.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Pineapple Jack. It's not Pineapple Express, it's Pineapple Jack.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Faced with this dire situation, the driver quickly turned her attention to ensuring the well-being of her passenger, navigating the challenges that arose during the journey. In the midst of a routine ride, tensions escalated between a driver and an unhappy passenger dissatisfied with the chosen destination. Despite the driver's efforts to maintain professionalism by suggesting a stop for food without waiting, the passenger expressed frustration and threatened a poor rating, suggesting policy violations.
If you want me to drop you off to get something to eat, I could drop you off, but I'm not gonna wait.
Yeah, getting on low for me, just know that.
Okay.
The situation intensified as the passenger insisted on a different destination, prompting the driver to assert the authority to cancel the trip. With the passenger reluctant to exit, the driver took the necessary step of contacting the authorities.
This is not where I live, sir. I don't care. I have the right to cancel you anytime I want to. No, it doesn't work that way. Get out. Yes, I'm an Uber driver. I just canceled our rider, and he refuses to get out of the vehicle.
The passenger finally disembarked upon realizing the involvement of the police to address the escalating situation. In an Uber ride filled with tension, the driver faced an uncomfortable situation right from the start. As the passengers entered the car, an uneasy atmosphere lingered. The passenger, showing signs of intoxication, began making unsettling statements and even extended a dubious invitation to their home. Quick on their feet, the driver skillfully steered the conversation to safer grounds.
We can go to my house and hang out if you want to. Like, I'm being serious. Like, I'm so cool with that.
So, which one's yours?
How much do I owe you?
Oh, nothing. You're good. Your friend got it.
Do they pay the tip and everything?
He may or may not.
What did it say? Tell me what it says.
The driver felt a wave of relief when the passenger finally exited the vehicle, putting an end to the unnerving encounter. In a challenging Uber ride, Jose, the driver, found himself dealing with 3 intoxicated passengers. The situation quickly escalated as one of the drunk women displayed a disrespectful attitude right from the start.
You're going to get on 198 when this road ends. Yeah. I'm the captain now.
Attempting to follow the directions she entered in the Uber app, Jose faced resistance as the passenger insisted on manipulating the route to lower the fare. The tension increased as the intoxicated passenger accused Jose of giving her harassing looks despite his genuine efforts to provide a safe and professional ride.
All about you. And then I get in the car, and you're giving me a bunch of
Okay.
harassing looks. I'm reporting your ass.
The ordeal highlighted rideshare drivers' challenges while simply trying to perform their job duties. In an unexpected and audacious encounter on February 13, 2017, an Uber driver faced a peculiar situation during his routine pickups. When he stopped to pick up a passenger, she demanded to know her name on the app. The driver politely explained the process, but the passenger, not satisfied, slammed the car door without entering.
Hi.
Hey.
What name?
That's not how it works.
Accepted it.
No, it's not.
No. You say the name.
No.
No, you're a piece of.
Undeterred, the driver stood firm in his stance, emphasizing the need for the passenger to share her name, eliminating the necessity to contact the company.
Tell me your name. That's how it works.
That's not how it works.
That is how it works. Call him and ask him. I'll bet you $100.
Ironically, the passenger had targeted the wrong driver, highlighting the potential risks of assuming a rideshare driver's identity and making hasty judgments. A seemingly calm Uber drive took a contentious turn when a female passenger boarded without wearing a mask. The driver, concerned about safety protocols, reprimanded her for not following guidelines.
I wouldn't have accepted the ride in the beginning. I can see the rides in the beginning, and I don't like to do stops, so I wouldn't have accepted the ride.
Sir, this is not no stop. This is to the store and back to my house.
But it wasn't set up.
Tensions escalated when the passenger insisted on making an unplanned stop, claiming the app was still active and she had paid for the service.
You already deducted money on my account, and you still.
I didn't deduct anything out of your account. I canceled the ride.
You are still active on my app, so I'm getting off for what?
Sir,
I didn't already pay you.
Please get somebody.
Frustrated by the situation, the driver, seeking resolution, decided to involve the police to address the escalating dispute. On February 5th, the CEO of the embattled ride-hailing company engaged in a discussion with driver Fozzie Camel during an Uber ride. The conversation centered around the driver's concerns regarding evolving standards and declining prices, shedding light on the financial challenges confronted by drivers like him.
I don't know if you remember me, but it's fine. The new people, the old people, 2010. Yeah. Yes, it's legit, but we got.
On black.
Yes, you did.
Bullshit.
We started with $20. Started with $20.
You know what?
How much is the mile now? $2.75?
You know what?
What?
Don't like to take responsibility for
I
their
take
own shit.
responsibility.
They blame everything
But
in
why
their
you
life on
sending an
somebody
email
else.
for town card?
Good luck.
The outcome of this interaction remains uncertain, raising questions about whether Uber will learn from this feedback and strive to improve relations with its drivers, or if it will be another chapter in the company's tumultuous journey. While driving for Uber, Adam found himself on a desolate highway one February evening. Glancing at his phone to confirm the passengers' destinations, he noticed something unexpected through the rearview mirror of his car. The couple he had picked up was not just ordinary passengers. They were engaged in a heated and secretive rendezvous in the back seat. Despite the dim lighting, their whispers and furtive glances created an atmosphere of secrecy. The thrilling encounter continued until the woman finally announced her desired stop, concluding one of the most unconventional Uber rides in Adam's experience. An Uber driver had an unusual encounter when an elderly male passenger inquired about turning off the location tracking in the Uber app, expressing discomfort with being tracked. The driver patiently explained that only the Uber call center had the authority to make such changes.
Can you tell them to turn it off? I don't want them tracking.
I do not communicate with Uber. I'm self-employed.
As the journey concluded at the man's destination, instead of ending it politely, he left garbage in the car.
Yo, hey!
Despite the driver's attempt to signal and honk for the passenger to pick up his trash, the man ignored the gestures and drove off without displaying any signs of remorse. Desiree, an Uber driver, faced a tense situation as she approached her next pickup location in a tranquil suburban street. Upon pulling over, she noticed her passenger waiting on the sidewalk, devoid of a mandatory mask. Desiree, prioritizing safety, felt a surge of anxiety during the standoff.
Taking a picture of me. It's not illegal to take pictures.
It's not at all, but I
And
need
there's
to
also
prove
not a
that you
mask
have a
mandate.
it actually when you request a ride,
I didn't request a ride. The
it
dealership
doesn't matter, ma'am.
forcing me out of her car.
Ma'am,
Because I won't wear a mask, and she wanted me to put my.
Despite the tension, she remained resolute and made the decision to cancel the trip, observing the disgruntled passenger storming off. Uber driver Michael McManus found himself in an extraordinary situation during a ride with passenger Jonathan Dugan. As the journey unfolded, Dugan revealed confessions that surpassed anything McManus had anticipated. Dugan disclosed a series of startling bank robberies, even pointing out the banks he claimed to have successfully targeted along the course of the ride.
Say I tried to rob a bank with a fake ID. I didn't try to, I did. What they thinking? If they said that I stole $40,000 and only giving me $2,000 bail, that was the first bank. What's up? Fort Collins was the first bank.
McManus was increasingly amazed as the story took an even more incredible turn, with Dugan's eventual arrest. An Uber driver had an unsettling experience when he picked up 4 men, and they requested a stop to pick up a set of keys during the trip. However, the driver became suspicious when one of the passengers appeared to pass an object to a pedestrian during the stop. Concerned about the situation, the driver politely asked the man to exit the vehicle, leading to a tense exchange. When the driver insisted and threatened to call the police, the passengers finally left, except for the one who ordered the Uber.
Get out so I call the police.
I'm not calling them.
You're not dropping me off?
Come on, car.
Get out.
The situation escalated as the passenger inside demanded the driver cancel the fare and even issued threats.
Do what you gotta do on canceling the trip or whatever you gotta do, but I'm letting you know, if I see any charges on my we're gonna have an issue. You could call whoever you want to call. It's probably good for you to call them because I'm gonna start really getting physical.
Eventually, the driver canceled the trip and exited the vehicle, and the remaining passenger was compelled to leave as well, following his friend's instructions. An Uber passenger faced an unexpected turn of events when, on the verge of leaving the car door suddenly broke due to a passing vehicle coming too close. The surprise jolted both the driver and the passenger. The Uber driver, prioritizing the passenger's safety, ensured his well-being and then requested them to exit the vehicle.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
Subsequently, the driver inspected the extent of the damage to the car door and took the necessary steps, including calling the police to address the situation. Uber faced scrutiny as a video of a self-driving vehicle went viral ahead of the launch of such vehicles in San Francisco. The footage depicted the Uber car, equipped with sensors and advanced technology, crossing an intersection approximately 3 seconds after the traffic light had turned red, nearly colliding with a pedestrian who was about to cross the crosswalk. In response, an Uber spokesperson attributed the traffic violation to human error, clarifying that the human backup driver, who was operating the vehicle at the time, had been suspended as a result. This incident raised concerns about the safety and reliability of autonomous vehicles on the road. While driving calmly and stopping at a red light junction, an Uber driver experienced a sudden jolt as the car behind him failed to brake in time, resulting in a collision. The initially calm Uber driver turned angry and decided to take action. He got out of his car and approached the driver of the vehicle behind him, seeking accountability for the unexpected collision. 2 ladies hailed an Uber, and what unfolded next was a roller coaster of unexpected events. Eddie, the Uber driver, managed the situation with admirable composure, sparking a conversation about the intricacies and safety measures of ride-sharing for both drivers and passengers.
I don't know.
Why don't you know? Wait, why didn't you know my name?
I don't know you. You have to understand that, right?
What's your name?
How about hi?
Hi. What's your name?
I'm Eddie. Nice to meet you.
Eddie.
What's your name?
Edward.
Elaine, right?
Yeah, good.
That's good.
As they delved deeper into the discussion, real-life incidents involving Uber drivers took center stage. Writer Helen brought up a concerning incident in Salt Lake City involving a Lyft driver accused of leaving a passenger in a precarious situation. Eddie contributed a chilling story from Chicago, recounting an incident where a 16-year-old, posing as an Uber passenger, inexplicably stabbed the driver to death.
I don't know if it was a male or female. It looked so suspicious. Everybody's like, yeah, right.
Really? A 16-year-old girl in Chicago got in a guy's Uber and for no reason at all just stabbed him to death.
Shut up.
So, you know, as an Uber driver, we have no protection, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, you don't.
It just goes back to normal human interaction, right? Like, I don't really, talk to...
These shocking narratives emphasize the potential risks faced by both drivers and passengers, highlighting the importance of vigilance and empathy in the ride-sharing experience. In a seemingly routine Uber ride, a passenger requested a trip to his destination, and initially the driver accepted. However, the situation took an unexpected turn when the passenger asserted that he had paid for the service, introducing an element of astonishment.
Sorry?
I said I'm paying.
Okay, man. Sorry, man. I'm not gonna take it.
Why?
Just get out of my car, man. You're paying me? What do you mean you're paying me? Like, you're not buying me. You're paying me, okay?
The driver perceived this statement as patronizing, leading to a heated argument. Despite the tension, the driver remained firm in his decision not to proceed with the ride and insisted that the passenger exit the vehicle.
Are we good?
Thank you so much, dude.
Are we good, brother?
Yeah, we're good, man.
Stop holding hard feelings, brother.
Oh, no, it's not hard feeling, man.
Eventually, the passenger, realizing the conflict, offered an apology to the driver and complied by exiting the Uber. In California, an Uber driver found himself in a challenging situation when he picked up 4 passengers, and their unruly behavior prompted him to end the trip prematurely. The passengers, who had been drinking, were causing a disturbance, with one attempting to climb into the front seat. The driver issued a warning for them to settle down or face removal from the vehicle. Despite the warning, one passenger continued disruptive behavior, grabbing the shifter and emergency brake. In response, the driver pulled into a restaurant parking lot and followed through on his promise, kicking them out of the car. While 3 passengers left, the 4th one, in a fit of rage, caused significant damage to the vehicle by kicking and throwing rocks, resulting in a $2,000 repair cost. An Uber driver and 2 passengers were on their way to their destination at night when things took a frightening turn. A white car aggressively pulled around them, abruptly stopping in the middle of the road. The driver of the white car got out, approached, and demanded the Uber driver to exit the car. The Uber driver and passengers refused and decided to call the police. As they did, they noticed the white car backing up. When the police arrived, they pursued the white car, and another officer checked in with the Uber. The passengers explained the situation, and it's unclear why the other driver became aggressive.
What's that?
You blew the right leg. Get the out of the car right now.
Just go, just go, go, just go, just go, go around him. Go.
Thankfully, the police intervened, preventing the situation from escalating further. Farish, a taxi driver, found himself navigating through shadowy streets with a disruptive passenger. The pungent smell of alcohol emanated from her, and her mood swung violently between laughter and anger. Glancing at the GPS, Farish realized there were still 20 minutes left, but every second felt painfully long.
It's fine. It'll get you there. So it's 13th Street. 13th and Pearl. What are you doing?
Gripping the wheel tightly, he tried to maintain his composure despite the woman's constant insults and demands. Desperate to end the nightmare ride, Farish pretended to cooperate, driven by fear of what the woman might do. Her hostility escalated as they entered a dark road. In a bold move, the woman called 911, making false accusations against Farish. Faced with an unbearable situation, he decided to take a risk.
You could have just gone straight.
Yeah, I just missed that, actually, because I was already hearing about your weird thing.
You know what? Do not blame your passenger. What?
Yeah, that's not a problem. I'm just going to drop you.
You're gonna drop me?
Yeah.
Are you me?
Yes.
You're
Stopping the car in the night, he asked his misbehaving passenger to exit, putting an end to the chaotic journey. An Uber driver navigated through the streets of Las Vegas, encountering an unfamiliar and potentially risky situation. In a sketchy area, another car attempted to flag them down by abruptly stopping in their path. Despite the pressure to halt, the driver trusted their instincts, prioritizing safety and continued driving to avoid potential harm and untoward consequences. The driver arrived to pick up a woman and her male companion. As they entered the car, the driver noticed a policy violation. The woman was holding an open container of alcohol against Uber's rules. Calmly addressing the situation, the male companion recognized the tension and promptly diffused it by disposing of the alcohol container. Despite this resolution, the woman continued to argue her point vehemently, even resorting to threats of giving the driver a 1-star rating.
Ben? Yeah. I can't do the open container. Yeah.
I'll get you again. Stop hitting me.
What do you mean you won't get me again? Alright, well you can get out.
No, just take me home.
No, you can get out. I'm not gonna have you disrespect me. Come on.
Faced with the challenge of upholding regulations while maintaining passenger cooperation, the driver reached a crucial decision to bring the ride to an end. On an ordinary day, as Mikhail was navigating the slick city streets, he witnessed a harrowing incident. Suddenly, he noticed a red Ford truck ahead, accelerating and darting through the red light. The truck's reckless maneuver led to a collision with a car coming from the left. Reacting quickly, Mikhail slammed on his brakes, narrowly avoiding the wreckage, and immediately dialed 911. One night, while working as an Uber driver, Nathan picked up a man who seemed a bit out of it. The passenger, sitting up front, looked like he was dozing off, but suddenly, he startled Nathan with a loud and frightening action.
Where am I?
Nathan, now panicking, tried to keep control of the car. The passenger claimed he had a nightmare, but Nathan, still upset about a recent fight, couldn't handle it.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just had a nightmare. I get paid that little feet pics on the feet find relative you good.
Overwhelmed by anger and fear, he shouted for the passenger to get out of his car. As a Chicago taxi driver was en route to his destination with a passenger, an unexpected turn of events occurred. The passenger claimed to have dropped something in the back seat and requested a quick stop. Obliging, the driver pulled over, both hoping to retrieve the lost item.
No, you got it? No, it's under your seat.
Oh, it's my seat?
Under your seat. You got it?
No, I didn't.
It's a card.
We're gonna find it, man.
However, what was supposed to be a simple search took a dark turn. Seizing the opportunity, the passenger swiftly grabbed the driver's wallet and hastily exited the taxi.
Right here. You got it? No. You see? No. You seen it? Oh, I got it. You got it?
The driver, initially perplexed, soon realized he had fallen victim to a robbery. Desperation and concern for his hard-earned money filled his thoughts. While en route to pick up his intended passenger, an Uber driver encountered an unexpected situation. A woman entered the car, and upon confirming her name, the driver realized she wasn't the designated passenger.
You got more room to spread out.
Oh, thank you.
What's the name of the account?
The woman explained that she hadn't requested an Uber, but needed a ride immediately, offering to pay in cash on the spot. Despite the tempting offer, the driver prioritized his commitment to the scheduled ride and declined to provide the service.
Oh, no, I didn't call an Uber. I said I needed an Uber.
Yeah, what's the name of paying?
I can't give you cash?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Unit 104-272.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm here for somebody. So if you're not that somebody,
Right here?
yeah.
He politely explained the situation to the woman and requested her to exit the car. An Uber driver picked up passengers, and during the journey, everyone had a friendly chat, wishing each other a happy new year. The passengers suggested a quick drink, but the driver politely declined, keeping things professional.
Where do you want to go?
Sure did.
Where do you want to go?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go drop you guys off at 10.
Okay. You want to go to get a drink or something?
No, I'm good.
As they drove, the passengers thought they had missed some stops, but the driver assured them everything was fine. The driver stayed professional and courteous, ensuring a safe ride.
Yeah, take care.
Due to a small navigation hiccup, the passengers thanked the driver, said goodbye, and ended the ride. Ever wondered how people managed to get a free Uber ride? Well, that's exactly what these women successfully did. The Uber driver took them for a ride, but the situation took a baffling turn when the passengers canceled the ride mid-journey.
But this is what riders do to get free rides. This is what scammers do.
I don't know how that happens.
It looked like that she probably made a false claim.
Yeah. Y ya no contesta, güey.
So which means that I'm going to get in trouble for some reason, but luckily I got a dash cam.
It appears that the women made some false claims against the driver during their conversation, and that's when they decided to cancel the ride after covering several miles. Carlos Jetson, along with his two passengers, was cruising through the streets of California along Melrose Avenue. Engaged in conversation, they were having an ordinary ride. However, as they reached a crosswalk, a careless pedestrian, seemingly out of spite, struck the car door.
Are you vaping, bro? Come on. Why? I honestly didn't want you in my car. Yeah, walk right into my car, dumb. Oh, Philip, relax. You. He has one arm on.
Why didn't you let him go? What the hell?
Carlos, filled with furious rage, looked back and peeled away from the scene. Have you ever wondered what happens when you drink way too much than you normally should? An Uber driver found himself in the midst of such a scenario. While waiting for his passenger outside a club or venue, one of the passengers approached. As time passed, the garbled outbursts and erratic movements in the back seat became hard to ignore. The concerned driver remained silent, glancing back periodically. The inebriated woman flung herself forward, slamming her face into the passenger seat. Her friend struggled to control her and retrieve a dropped phone from the floor. When the intoxicated woman continued her erratic behavior and attempted to open the door, her friend had had enough.
Honestly, I'm gonna be like, alright, I'm gonna be like,
It was evident that excessive drinking had led to her alarming behavior, leaving the Uber driver in a challenging and concerning situation. In this distressing incident, a routine Uber ride turned into a nightmare when a passenger unleashed a torrent of profanities and destructive behavior towards the driver. The passenger's actions escalated to property destruction and the use of racial insults, demonstrating a complete lack of decency and humanity.
And it literally pulled over in the middle of the sidewalk and won't drive me home. No, there's nothing happening. You!
To exacerbate the situation, the passenger fabricated a false assault claim, attempting to avoid accountability and further harm the driver's reputation.
Send the police! A nigger punched me! Please send the police! Please send the police!
Amidst this chaos, a bystander in a fur coat intervened, providing a glimmer of hope by defending the driver and restoring faith in humanity. An Uber driver named Will faced a challenging situation during one of his shifts. The passenger, an older man, expressed dissatisfaction with the route chosen by Will's navigation app, escalating tension in the car. As the exchange grew heated, with the passenger questioning Will's abilities as a driver, Will decided to prioritize his well-being and that of the passenger.
Sorry you feel that way.
Don't talk anymore.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm your customer here, so just shut the hell up and drive.
Excuse me?
Get me to my destination as quickly.
To avoid further mistreatment, Will pulled over and politely asked the passenger to find another driver who could better meet his needs.
Have a nice day. Find yourself a better driver. There's plenty out there. I'm doing you a favor.
No, you're not. You're f***ing yourself.
Okay. Have a nice day.
You too.
This decision aimed to defuse the situation and ensure a safer environment for both parties involved. An Uber driver named Jeremy encountered a situation with a seemingly intoxicated lady. From the start, there were signs of trouble as the passenger carelessly slammed the car door, leaving Jeremy unsettled. Despite this, he proceeded with the ride, unaware of what would unfold.
Name on the account?
Help me, Jeremy.
Name on the account?
Huh?
Name on the account. Alright.
Thank you, baby.
Press. Ooh, careful with that.
Eventually, Jeremy reached a breaking point and decided to take a stand. He pulled over and firmly informed the passenger that he would not tolerate disrespect towards him or his vehicle. Giving her the option to exit the car, Jeremy canceled the ride, intending to charge the passenger for any damage caused.
Respect. There's one turn in, you know?
I'm sorry. Can you please take me home?
No, you're not.
In doing so, he asserted his boundaries and protected his property. In Miami, an Uber driver had a harrowing experience when he picked up a suspect, Enrique Antonio Gomez, who the FBI later charged. Gomez, wearing a suit and claiming to have an explosive device under his jacket, calmly entered a bank and demanded cash from the teller. The Uber driver, Mike, an ex-Marine, live-streamed the incident on Facebook, capturing the man's rant about wanting to give money to the poor and requesting to speak before Congress. The bank manager handed over $11,000 in a pink envelope, and Gomez laughed. The streaming continued in the Uber when Gomez asked to be taken to Ocean Drive. Upon arrival, he threw the money into the air, and bystanders eagerly collected the unexpected windfall. Gomez, who later claimed the insanity defense, faced trial in June 2017. In the bustling streets of Brooklyn, a routine Uber ride transformed into an unexpected confrontation. The driver, mindful of public health, politely urged the passenger to don his mask. However, what began as a simple request quickly unraveled into a tense exchange.
Stop.
You did not stop.
You did not stop.
I actually told you to stop and you didn't.
No.
The reason that you are actually doing this because you didn't stop. So
no, that's not the reason.
The driver, grappling with visible frustration, confronted the passenger's nonchalant attitude, emphasizing the importance of adhering to safety protocols. Despite the passenger's attempts to justify their actions, the driver's concern for safety and adherence to traffic rules took precedence.
Bless you too. Please leave.
God bless you.
Please leave the car. Close the door.
The escalating tension prompted the passengers to seek an exit, leading to a discontented parting between driver and riders. In December 2015, a protest by taxi drivers in Toronto against Uber took an unexpected turn. In a video capturing the incident, a protester identifies a car as an Uber and proceeds to pound on the driver's side door. The driver inside shouts and attempts to drive away, but the protester persists, hanging onto the car. Astonishingly, he continues to cling to the vehicle as it moves, lifting his legs off the ground. Eventually, the Uber stops, allowing the protester to abandon his impromptu ride. However, he continues to pound on the driver's window, prompting the Uber to drive off once again. While the protest may not have achieved its goal, and Uber remains, this incident at least provided the protester with an unintended free ride. In the dark of the night, a driver was focused on delivering his passengers to their destination when a distraction caught his eye. A rocket soared through the sky, leaving behind a fantastic light path that captivated the attention of not only the driver, but also others on the road.
Hi, Aiden.
Oh, look at that, look at that. Is that a rocket? They shot up a rocket. Wow, look at that thing. That's a rocket, man. It's glowing.
Unfortunately, amidst the awe-inspiring spectacle, other drivers became too absorbed in watching the rocket, leading to a collision between a white sedan and another car on the road.
Whoa!
It broke? This guy is not paying attention, man.
The hope is that no one sustained injuries in this unexpected incident. In a challenging situation, a rideshare driver faced irate passengers who grew upset when he deviated from the route suggested by the GPS. Unable to satisfy their demands, the driver made the difficult decision to pull over and requested them to find another ride that better suited their preferences. However, matters took a troubling turn when the passengers, displaying audacity, decided to call 911 while still inside the car.
You're gonna report me because I'm violent?
Yeah.
How am I being violent?
You are being violent.
How am I being violent?
Because I could ask if you were going a different way than the other three Ubers that I did. So I'm like, hey, where are you going?
Do you want me to wait for the police? Do you want me to wait for the police? I can wait for the police.
It's okay. Whatever you want to do.
All right.
Don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Fortunately, the driver had the entire incident recorded on his dash camera. The passengers proceeded to make false accusations, falsely claiming that the driver had deliberately attempted to hit them with his car. The driver, utterly astonished, realized the importance of having a dash cam installed in the car to capture such incidents accurately. In an unexpected twist during an Uber ride, a passenger decided to cancel the ride but feigned ignorance about the cancellation. The passenger vehemently denied canceling the ride, insisting that the driver take him to his destination. The driver, armed with evidence on his phone proving the cancellation, engaged in a lengthy debate with the unruly passenger.
Yeah, bro, have a good day. Why'd you cancel the ride?
Me, bro.
You canceled the ride.
No, the didn't.
Bro, you canceled the ride.
Why'd you... Bro?
Yeah, you did. Look at my app.
My...
Look at my app, bro. I don't have a ride.
Bro, the app doesn't say I canceled it, man.
Yeah, it says you canceled it.
Bro,
Look.
I didn't cancel it.
Growing tired of the situation, the Uber driver took a firm stand, loudly instructing the passenger to exit his vehicle. Despite the driver's insistence, the passenger persisted in demanding transportation to his destination.
I'm not gonna step out of my car. You gotta step out of my car.
Take me to my destination.
I'm not doing that. Get out of my car. Bro, you're an asshole, bro.
Okay, idiot looking motherfucker.
In the end, the driver chose to ignore the passenger, who then exited the car, and the situation escalated, with the passenger resorting to inappropriate language. In Brisbane, a passenger faced a highly stressful situation when a taxi driver insisted on cash payment, refusing alternative methods such as payment through the app. The driver's refusal to accept anything other than cash escalated into a heated confrontation. The passenger, attempting to avoid further conflict, chose to exit the taxi.
You pay for now?
No, I ain't paying.
I will drop off you. Pay for now.
I ain't paying.
Oh, bloody. Pay.
You want to go to the police station?
No, you pay. Man, early morning.
Look at you.
That doggy.
Disgusting mother.
Man.
Trust me, you.
The driver's inappropriate behavior and insistence on a specific form of payment highlighted the need for patience and professionalism in customer service interactions. During a routine Uber pickup, an interesting situation unfolded as the driver expressed concern for the safety of the rider's child, who appeared indifferent to the issue and continued to inquire about the journey. The driver highlighted the illegality of not having an infant car seat, adding a legal dimension to the dispute. Despite the rider's insistence, the driver stood firm in refusing to provide them with a ride.
Do for us, bro. Other than tell us we couldn't get no ride.
If I would do for you, put your child at risk and your child get injured or killed, you're gonna blame it on me.
But you can't even get us a nut, right? Us a nut, ride or nothing.
I can't.
Bro, who the walks around with a booster seat if they know they don't? Come on, bro.
It's against the law, yo.
Get out the car, you, bro.
Faced with the driver's unwavering stance, the rider left without even closing the car door, leaving the situation unresolved. Hold on to our final clip, which is the most scariest and most creepiest one. And if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our creepiest videos. On June 30th, 2021, a Lyft driver faced a harrowing experience during what was supposed to be a routine ride. The tension escalated as the passenger's boyfriend became increasingly aggressive, prompting the driver to call for urgent help. Despite the passenger's attempts to control the situation, the call vividly captured the intensity of the conflict.
I don't drive drunk people. I don't drive people without a mask. Don't give me this attitude. This is my car.
Hello?
I'm a Lyft driver, and I have a rider who is being disrespectful to me. And,
what's the address, sir? Where are you?
Fortunately, the driver managed to navigate away from the potential danger, finding a secure location to continue seeking assistance. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.